Essentially, you have a humidity dome as well. But I was like, oh, that could be fun to grow. Let's go see the rabbits. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. But today, y'all, I had told you over in the community section, which is now post, that we were going to plant some pine berries, which are just white strawberries. I hope y'all can see it. So white strawberries. And then I'm also gonna plant some more strawberries, just regular red strawberries. And I had already rinsed them and washed them because I am going to be putting them into the freeze dryer. But we are going to plant them while they're still in the skin of the actual fruit. And this is how I started all of my strawberries. So if you've been around for any amount of time, you remember that I had an in-ground bed of strawberries. I dug those up, I put some landscape fabric down, cut holes in it, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do for strawberries. Because strawberries produce runners, and each one of those runners will produce another plant. So I pulled them all out, I replanted them with landscape fabric. I still decided I don't want strawberries in the ground. But all of those strawberries, before they made their runners, I made them, or I grew them from a store purchased strawberry. And so we are going to do that again. And I'm excited because I have green stalks now, and that's where I'm growing strawberries. However, I only planted strawberries in the top of my inventor's bundles. So that's only like 3 levels on each. So that's 6 levels total. I want more strawberries than that. And so I have 2 more green stalks that I'm gonna be getting set up soon. So I want to start some plants that can go into at least one of those green stalks, right? One thing that y'all have probably not seen me do in a long time is use a save container to start seeds. But if you've been here for a while, you know this is how I used to start a lot of my seeds. It's not the most ideal just because for me, I was saving everything. Every one of these containers that came through my house, I was saving them. So I had stuff everywhere. And now I do use Bootstrap Farmer and I do use the green stalk cell trays. But for this, I'm gonna do it with the old strawberry container. This is how I started them the first time, and I know that this works. So what we're gonna do is fill this, and it has holes at the bottom. So you already have drainage there, and essentially you have a humidity dome as well. So we're gonna fill this with soil. I'm still using my Happy Frog from Fox Farm, and I did go and pick up another bag of this today because I'm not gonna have enough to get through all of my seeds starting. I told y'all I would keep y'all updated on that. I'm not gonna have enough. I also do have a microgreen tray because that's what I'm gonna sit these in. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and fill this up. And this is, you know, filling it the same way you would fill any other container. And you do wanna make sure you have connection to the bottom of the container. So just like that, and you can see that it has connection because if we are going to water from the bottom, eventually you're gonna want it to have connection with the hose in the bottom. So you already have drainage here. We're just gonna finish filling it. And so now we're going to flatten it, but we're not gonna have it all the way at the top just yet. And so now, the only thing I'm gonna do is take a slither, because I don't know how well my camera is showing it, but each one of those little holes in that strawberry, that is a seed. So you can pick it out if you want to. I do not pick out the seeds. I basically just cut a slither, just like that. And I go up to the top so I can get the whole thing. And of course, we are gonna have to up pot these, but I take this whole slither and I sit it down in the soil. Seeds up is the way that I do it, and I push it down into the soil a little bit, and then it really just depends on how many you want. I asked my daughter to keep 3 of these strawberries, and then I went and bought her some more because she really liked them. They're called pine berries, and it's basically a white strawberry. It's a hybrid. I will put it on the screen because I did look it up. I was like, what are these? I saw them in the store and I just thought, oh, I never seen them before, I don't think. And if I did, I definitely didn't buy them. But I was like, oh, that could be fun to grow. And that's essentially how I ended up growing strawberries in the first place this way, because I had a strawberry that was going bad in my freezer and my refrigerator. And I I was like, what if I could grow strawberries from that? And so I gave it a try. I have never purchased strawberry crayons, and I have never planted strawberry seeds except from an actual store purchased strawberry. So we're doing that again. I'm only gonna do this one of the pine berry for now, but you're gonna get a whole bunch of plants from this one strawberry. That's why I'm only doing one, because like I said, each one of those little holes in that strawberry is a seed. Okay, so now I'm gonna come back through, make sure it's pushed in with the soil, and I'm gonna just cover these. Not super heavy, but I am gonna cover them just like that. And then I'm going to spritz the top really well so that the soil under it and above it is moist, but it doesn't need to be soaking wet. Then I cover it. And I have one last thing that I do when I do this. So I would normally wrap it in saran wrap, except I don't have any saran wrap. So I'm gonna use a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna put the whole container in the Ziploc bag and slightly close the bag like that, but leave a little bit. This is gonna lock in the moisture and the humidity. You can do it with saran wrap. I just don't have any. And then I'm gonna set this on my hot water heater. This is gonna take a while. When I did this with just the regular strawberries, it probably took a month. Maybe a month and a half. It took a while, but I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna make sure I spray to keep the soil moist, but it took a while. However, I got a lot of strawberry plants out of it. So I will absolutely keep y'all posted to let y'all know if it worked this time or not. I don't see why it wouldn't. This is the exact way that I did it before, and I was just like honestly surprised that it worked when I did it that way. I was like, oh, that's cool. And so now I don't have any thoughts of wanting to do it any other way. Oh, and why do I have so many of these? I found strawberries on sale, and so I am going to put them into the freeze dryer. I already cut them up. They're in the freezer now, pre-freezing. Yeah, I still have some left downstairs, but yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with this one. And this is just, you know, regular strawberry. Oh, I should have labeled that so I know which one is regular and which one is pine berry. But I'm literally just cutting a slither. Just like that. Even if your strawberry is going bad, you can still do this, because that's one of the reasons why I did it the first time is the strawberries were going bad. I was about to throw them out. I've said it before in my videos, and I was supposed to make this video a long time ago and I never got around to it, but now I'm doing it because I also need it. So you'll be left with this little piece in the middle, but I cut off all of the flesh on the outside. So the downside to this is you don't know really what variety it is. Like, I know they're strawberries and I know the other ones are pine berries, but I don't know any other information about them. But it has not hurt in the past. I think that's how I feel anyway, y'all. Oh, you know what? I can mark it on the bag now that I think about it. I don't have to get a plant label. So just like that. And then I'm gonna close it, grab a bag, write strawberry on it. Oh, and I should put the date I started it, 2/3/26. And I imagine you could probably sit it on the top of your refrigerator. I'm gonna put it on my hot water heater, but it's actually been kind of chilly down there, so I might put it on the refrigerator too. Just somewhere warm is what I did. And that's the pine berries I just wrote on the bag. And so it's that simple. That's honestly how I started all the strawberries I have. And I am gonna just sit them up here so they can get some of the warmth from the refrigerator and hopefully start to germinate soon. But I will keep you all updated. Also, let's talk about who the winner of the seed giveaway, the green stalk collaboration that I did with the seeds. I did a giveaway a little while ago, never announced it, so we're about to go through that together. We're just gonna do a random picker and I'm gonna put it on the screen, and if you are the winner, send me an email. My email is down in the description. If it is you, congratulations. Okay, so the winner is G Mama 4718. If you are G Mama 4718, send me an email so I can get your address, so I can make sure it is you, so I can send you your seeds. Congratulations. That was so much easier than what I was trying to do the last time. All right, y'all, let's go see the rabbits. I'm super excited about the rabbits. I wanted rabbits for manure. My daughter wanted rabbits for pets. Honestly, I wanted rabbits for meat a while ago, but I think we're definitely still gonna hold off on that. And we've had them since the weekend, and I already have a Home Depot bucket. The bottom is full of manure. I am super excited. I feel like by the time it's time to plant, I'm gonna have enough manure to do all of the garden beds. And this is just with 2 rabbits, y'all. So I want to introduce you to Luna and Oreo. I think they're so cute. They are inside of the house. I've gotten that question. They are inside. We're trying to figure out if when it gets warmer, we may put them outside. I'm not sure. We are loving on them so much that they are probably going to stay inside. We are trying to get them litter box trained, because once they're litter box trained, they can free roam. And we're not going to let them free roam the whole house, but the living room, I would allow them to free roam, leave their cage open so they can get back and forth to the litter box. I know they'll chew up cords, so I definitely plan to go ahead and get the cords taken care of so that if and when they are able to free roam, they can't chew up the cords, because my desk, my office space is also in the living room. So let's go take a look, y'all. So this is their little setup right now. This is where they are. There's 2 beds in there. There's 2 litter boxes. So there's one over there that also has straw. There's one over there that also has straw. Well, it's hay. It's not straw. Let me fix that. It is hay. And then they have some enrichment toys down there. There's also enrichment things hanging off of the pen. I wasted some on those curtains. I don't know how long ago. That's what that is. And then there's a water bucket back there. But they are so chill, y'all, and so sweet already. Like, they are already eating out of my daughter's hand. If we come to clean in here, they're like right on our feet. And I am not. See, they're so chill. Well, he's not interested in me right now, but she is more chill. And yes, it is a guy and a girl. And yes, I know that they will have babies. I do want babies at least once or twice. So I know that already. I know people were saying, I hope they're fixed. I don't want them fixed at this present moment. Those are the babies. They're 3 months old right now, and they're Flemish Giant, but they are mixed with a smaller breed. So they should not get anywhere near the size of a Flemish Giant, as I am told, but we shall see. But see, they have a bunch of enrichment things in there. They love those little cups and they can go inside because they're prey animals. So they like to be able to find places to hide. And then right up here, that's just something I got from the dollar store, Dollar General. That's what their straw is in. I made this little basket up under here for them so that when they poop, I can get their poop easily inside of this litter box. Litter box came from Dollar Tree. Basket came from Dollar Tree. This right here is a baker's rack or a cooling rack. Got that from Dollar General, and I just made that. So yeah, that's their space. This is Luna. You say hello, Luna? Everybody seems really cool. And that's Oreo. He doesn't seem to want to be bothered right now, but they don't really mind us at all. Right over here, this is where their alfalfa hay is, their Timothy hay, their pellets, bedding, and then toys are down there. Got this little stool so when we have to check in on them, we don't have to be on our knees. I am right now, but it's okay. These are blankets and things. That rug that's in there, we pretty much change it every day. We ended up getting 2 of those rugs. The blankets were for something else, but now we'll just replace the blanket and the rug every day. I got a Home Depot bucket. That is where the manure is. And then I also purchased a, what do you call that thing? An air purifier. So I purchased the air purifier as well. Oh, and look at this little thing. They normally be playing with it. It's got their pellets in it, but I guess nobody's playing right now. But there they go. We are loving having them here. I gotta stay out of the pet store, y'all. It's like every day I want to go and see if I can find them something new. They don't need nothing else. Y'all, that is like one of my homestead dreams come true. I have wanted rabbits for a while now. So I'm so glad that my daughter is somewhat of influence on me, because if I say something and I say to her, hey, guess what? She'd be like, let's do it. And so now I have my rabbits. That's pretty much how I got my chickens too, is me and her were in Tractor Supply. I wanted chickens, but I wasn't like gonna just get chickens. Super excited to have them. I think this is a short video. If it is, I hope that you still enjoyed it, and I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.